This is definitely one of the most asked viewer questions. Who would win in a fight? People still misunderstand the primary message of Teen Wolf. This show isn't about fights and monsters. It's about finding your pack and protecting friends and family. It's about leading by example and showing the violent world around us that there is a better way of life through positive actions and intelligence instead of just brute strength. That being said, this is a fight video, so let's get started with the Beast. While it is undeniable that the Beast is the strongest werewolf we saw on the show, his arrogance and stupidity allowed a human to kill him with a sharpened stick. Yes, I know, the stick was dipped in a bunch of stuff that would ensure it could kill a werewolf. But the fact that it was just one special stick that could kill him actually makes this worse. Because he then had the chance to escape scot-free with a brand new body into a future of endless possibilities for a superpowered serial killer. Instead, Sebastian walked right back toward that one special stick in all the world that could kill him, which happened to be in the middle of a pack that wanted nothing more than to wipe him out of existence. That is the definition of arrogant and dumb. Now, this scene of him grappling with Parrish is an excellent example of both their strengths. The Hellhound has Sebastian in a clinch, right up until the point that Lydia screams and distracts Parrish. So, who would win in a straight-up fight between the Beast and the Hellhound? I think it's a draw, until someone comes along with that one special sharp stick. Who would win in a fight between Beast and Alpha Peter? In the absence of the sharp stick, the Beast would win because he is physically stronger. But that fight would never happen because Peter, even at his craziest, only went after humans. He only went up against two powerful adversaries, Laura and Derek, and in both those cases, the element of surprise overwhelmed any strength that they might have had. Peter's survival instinct is way more powerful than his crazy.
To survive.
Now, y'all already know that I believe that a Hellhound is the strongest type creature on the show. So Parrish, if he's not distracted, beats or matches anybody he's up against in a contest of strength. That includes berserkers. The only thing we've seen to make a Hellhound pause is a fire extinguisher. Berserkers don't use complex tools, so they would have no defense against a Hellhound.
Are you crazy?
It's just one of them.
Yeah, that means we have a chance to survive.
For some reason, because Peter, who is a proven coward, runs away from berserkers, you guys seem to believe that they are something extraordinary. Yes, they are incredibly strong, and Malia says they're very fast.
Excuse me. Catch.
But they have no free will, and they can be outsmarted or avoided pretty easily. So, if you find yourself in a position where you're facing a fight with a berserker, the secret to winning and staying alive is to avoid the fight with the berserker. Now, if you're in a one-on-one fight with a berserker and cannot escape, you'll probably die. Unless you have an explosive handy, like maybe a grenade. Take a grenade, that would help. Like I said, Parrish could beat a berserker if he lets the Hellhound do the fighting. The Beast could probably break off enough pieces of a berserker to stop it, and the Nogitsune would just bring the explosives, having prepared them beforehand.
Get down!
With the Nogitsune, you're not fighting overwhelming strength necessarily. Now, it is strong, but mostly it's just devious. It can usually run mental circles around any opponent. The only way to beat it is apparently to annoy the hell out of it until it lets its guard down, gets all arrogant, and starts making mistakes. And you can't help but notice that arrogance is a weakness of many of these powerful Teen Wolf creatures. Peter, the Beast, the Nogitsune. But no creature even comes close to the arrogance of Deucalion.
I am the Alpha of Alphas. I am the apex of apex predators.
Answering the question who would win against him is nearly impossible because he never actually fought on the show. He literally stood around or sat around and everyone else did the fighting. A lot of people want to point to the distillery and this brief burst of speed. His ability to toss people around and the fact that Jennifer's telekinetic punch didn't faze him. I don't see this as evidence of some amazing fighting skills. I just don't see it. No one ever said Deucalion was weak, but until you actually see him fight, how can you guess how he would do against these other opponents? What else? Derek. Okay, Derek is one of the rare individuals who can use his full werewolf strength potential. He has found perfect balance between his animal and human sides. This means he can tap the same strength that we see in the crazy werewolves without having to be crazy or lose his intelligence. Derek is very strong without being so arrogant that he would make stupid mistakes. That being said, Derek is smart enough to avoid one-on-one confrontations with someone like the Beast. Because while they may actually be able to reach the same strength level, the Beast has size, reach, and a whole lot of crazy on his side. Derek is smart enough to know his odds in a one-on-one fight with the Beast and would instead work out an indirect means of defeating him.